episode of Food for Your Soul and Your Bowl with Chef T. Today we are going to be making boneless barbecue country style beef ribs. I also have some flanking ribs because I had an extra pack, so I kind of combined it. That's the start of today's menu. I'm going to show you guys step by step. The sides I'm making is baked macaroni and cheese, fresh cut string beans with potatoes, and then I also have some King's Hawaiian rolls because you cannot go wrong with barbecue sauce and King's Hawaiian rolls. Scrumptious. Now the amazing thing about today's dish is with the barbecue beef ribs that I'm making, you can substitute if you don't eat beef. You can substitute for turkey chops. You can substitute for chicken wings. It's the same exact ingredients all across the board. I've used the same recipe for chicken for the beef ribs, so you can substitute for whatever it is that you like. If you don't eat meat, you can substitute for vegetables, however you choose to do it. The only thing I would take out with the chicken is the Worcestershire sauce. Other than that, the Lawrys, the Italian dressing, the garlic powder, I would use the same exact seasonings for other meats. So measure it out the same type of way that I show you guys and substitute for whatever it is that you like. That's the cool thing about it. So you guys know, while we are cooking our food and while it's prepping, we are going to feed our souls and talk about consistency and just the process that we have to take to get to where we want to be in life. So I'm excited about feeding our souls as well as feeding our bowls and our plates and our big fat hungry bellies on today. And this is our pan here. This is how our ribs look after being seasoned, marinating for 30 minutes. The Steakhouse onions are literally just a whole onion that I chopped up and marinated in a Ziploc bag with some Lawrys signature Steakhouse marinade. So they have that flavor locked in. They've been soaking in that bag for about 2 days now. And you can even do that up to a week in advance and just have your veggies already prepped. You can also add a bell pepper, a green bell pepper if you like. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But these babies are ready to go in the oven. 375 is what the oven is on. We just put our ribs in, so we're gonna probably let them cook for about an hour before we check on them. But 375, 375, 375. Now green beans are done with our potatoes, and our baked mac and cheese just came out the oven too. Looking so scrumptious. I need to get a fork and just dig into that. I'll put the recipe for both of these below. The best part about the green beans is that we cook them in chicken broth, the Swanson chicken broth. Okay guys, so our ribs are in the oven. While they are cooking, we are going to feed our souls and talk about consistency today. The reason why I want to talk about consistency is because we live in a microwave society. We want everything to happen just like that at the snap of a finger. We don't want to go through any processes. We just want things to just happen just like that. Notice I said we, I'm included. I get discouraged at times because I want to be in a certain place in life, especially when you're getting older. You start feeling like, oh, I need to hurry up and accomplish my dreams. It's the end of the world. That's not really the case, but this is what goes on inside of our sick minds. I should be more accomplished by now. I should have gotten that degree that I wanted to go to school for. I should have started that business. You feel like, time is closing in. I should have started a family, whatever it is that it may be. But I want to just encourage you guys and talk about consistency, because that is what's going to breed success. That's what's going to make your business successful. That's what's going to make your family, your marriage successful. That's what's going to make you a successful employee inside of the workplace. Just being consistent. Definition is conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness. The achievement of a level of performance that does not vary greatly in quality over time. And then the definition of consistent is constantly adhering to the same principles, course, form, not self-contradictory. That means not contradicting yourself, being the same always, being the same at work, being the same at home, being the same with your friends. I want to share a quote with you guys. The quote is from Anthony Robbins, and it simply states, "It's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, it's what we do consistently." It's what we do all the time. That's what people are going to remember you for. That's what your business is going to flourish for. That's what your nonprofit is going to flourish from. Just being consistent. People knowing what to expect from you at all times. Also, with speaking on consistency, I also want to just speak on forgiving yourself when you make a mistake. Consistency leads to habits. Habits form the actions that we take every day, and the actions is what's going to lead to our success. That's not necessarily going to happen overnight. So you have to forgive yourself for the tiny mistakes that you're going to make along the way. Failure is the best teacher for any type of successful business that you could ever think of, because you go through the failing stages and you know what not to do, you know what to do moving forward, you know what mistakes not to make, you know how you will handle the situation if it arises again, and so forth. Consistency also breeds dependability, predictability, and it's comforting to the people you work with, it's comforting to the people you do business with, it's comforting to your friends, it's comforting to your spouse to know that they're going to get something consistent. So consistency is key in all things, and just trusting your process. We all have to go through a process to get to where we want to be. A lot of times we see the big picture, but we feel like it's just impossible to get there. I want to first tell you guys that all things are possible to him who believe. I want to also encourage you, not only are all things possible to him who believe, but you can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens you. Not some things, not a few things, not a couple of things, but all things. So moving forward from today, now that we have spoken about consistency, I know I have to be more consistent with some things. So I know you got to be more consistent with some things. Let's just make it happen. One goal a week. One goal a week. That's all it takes. And you're on your way to being successful. It doesn't have to be from a business standpoint. In all things in general, who wants to be in a relationship where they don't know what they're going to get, where they're dealing with an unstable person, where they don't know if they're going to get a nice person, a mean person, and a person with a nasty attitude, a snappy person, a moody person? Who wants to deal with that? And that can be boyfriend and girlfriend, that can be best friends, friendships. Just make a mental note to be consistent in all things. The traits that consistency deals with, the traits that you want to have. Being dependable, someone being able to count on you and know that this is what I'm going to get. I'm not saying that you can't be human. You may go do some things, you might have a moment, but take a step back and get back on track. That's all that matters. But I just felt the need to talk about consistency today. You know that I'm going to leave you guys with a scripture. I'm smelling the ribs, so we're going to check them in a minute. It's now been about an hour, maybe like 55 minutes, but in a few minutes it'll be like an hour. My scripture I'm going to leave you guys with is John chapter 7 verse 38. Whoever believes in me, as the scripture has said, streams of living water will flow from within. Don't refuse to forgive. Bitterness poisons our souls. So instead of walking around just accepting, I'm an angry person, I've been through a lot in life, that's just how I am, I've always been sarcastic, I always talk like this. I always had an attitude. I always been on a defense since I was a little girl. It's not cool, it's not cute, it's not okay. You don't have to accept that for your life. That's not who you are. It doesn't matter how polluted the stream in your life may be right now. If you begin to forgive the people who have offended you and release all of those hurts, pains, disappointments, and that bitterness that you have been carrying, you will begin to experience the joy, peace, and freedom that God intended for you to have. I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed our girl talk, our sister talk. And if I'm talking to some brothers, I enjoyed our talk too, because I know some guys watch my videos. I always make my husband watch it. I make my brothers watch it. I make them share it with their friends. Everybody needs to learn how to cook a good meal, and we all need to learn how to be consistent. So there you have it. It's a win-win situation. We are going to go and check our ribs now, and then we're going to get ready to just dig in and eat. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe so that you can get updates on my new videos. I'll have another quick vid posted this week. The quick vid is going to be strawberry shortcake or raspberry shortcake. I'm a little indecisive on that one. But it's going to be a shortcake recipe for the quick vid. Sisters with Stories presents There Is Beauty in My Brokenness Women's Conference is coming up. It is January 31st. And February 1st is in Orlando at the Red Lion Hotel and Resort. I will leave the link below for the Eventbrite. You need to register. Seats are filling up. I have, I think, about 20 seats left, but seats are filling up if you want to come out. It's just an ultimate girls weekend. I have amazing speakers coming. I have Elder Tracy Skinner coming from Hampton, Virginia. I have Aaron Floyd coming from Atlanta, Georgia. We're doing a vision board party and Sister Girl monologues on that Friday night. Saturday is going to be the brunch and the main event. So come out, plan to just come enjoy a life-changing experience. Be surrounded by like-minded women that's in the same place as you in their life, just trying to figure it out. Become a part of a sisterhood, a genuine sisterhood. People say, oh, you know, sis this and sis that, that's my sis, and then be talking about the person, telling each other business. That's not the sisterhood I'm talking about. I'm talking about a sisterhood where you can be real, raw yourself. Girl, this is what I'm going through, and you're gonna have somebody that's gonna be there to pick you up, to help you get through what you're going through, and you guys can be there for each other. A lot of the things that we go through in life, it's not even about us. That's why Sisters with Stories is so important to me. As women, we all have a story. Instead of us being so shameful and prideful, we can share what we're going through, and you never know who you can help up. It's time to speak up and not hold on to things and keep every negative situation, every abusive relationship, addictions, rape, just everything that we carry and harbor. It's time for us to release those things so that we can be the best that God intends for us, the best that we deserve. We deserve to live our best life. We all do. So I'm gonna put information down. The rooms are $100 per night. You can get a king size room or 2 queen beds. That means if 4 of your girls get together, you guys can spend $50 a night, and that's the hotel. And if you're in the Florida area, you can take a little road trip and drive. And if you are farther away, you can look into some flights. But come out and support. It's my big first women's conference. It's the official launch of my nonprofit Sisters with Stories. I'm super excited about it. So that information will be posted below. But like I said, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, share it, and just continue to tune in, because I want to keep going and being consistent until you guys grow to love me, okay? Really quick, just a nugget that I left out during my feeding your soul part. It may not happen exactly how you see it. You may have to change the blueprint around, but never give up. Consistency is what's going to knock those doors down and break them down. Bill Gates, he had a business partner. They had a company before Microsoft that failed, and look how successful Microsoft is today. He didn't give up. He continued to be consistent, and look what happened. Walt Disney worked for a newspaper company. That newspaper company fired him, saying that he lacked imagination. He was just bland and boring. He had several failed business after he was fired from the newspaper company. And he also filed bankruptcy. And here we are, fast forward to today. Look how successful Walt Disney World is. Disney is a billion-dollar company. So don't give up. Stay focused. Stay consistent. Look at Diddy. Started off as an intern, fetching coffees, fetching drinks, worked his way from the ground up, and look who he is today. You have to stay consistent, stay the course, and trust your process. That's all I wanted to add in. Look how delicious our ribs look. This is pre-barbecue sauce, so I'm definitely going to drain them. They're so flavorful and so good. If you don't even want to use barbecue sauce, you don't have to, but I'm going to definitely use barbecue sauce because that's just what I have a taste for. I told you guys what barbecue sauce I used last week. I'll share it with you again. The Heinz Memphis sweet and spicy barbecue sauce is so good. To me, it's better than Sweet Baby Ray's. You guys have to try it, and it's like $1.99 at Walmart, but it's super good. They have a Carolina one that's like a mustard base too, that's good. But whichever you prefer, you can use whatever barbecue sauce you like. You can even make your own. But we're gonna drain them. I'm going to sauce them up and then let them cook uncovered for about another 15 to 20 minutes. There's our amazing beef ribs, barbecue sauce fresh out the oven. They're nice and tender. Break right off. Clearly, somebody couldn't wait to dig into the mac and cheese. Time for dinner.